Good day, grade 7 learners. This is Super Mom Z, and welcome to Sci Amazing Learning Videos. In today's video, we will explore the processes and behavior of various weather systems. Here we go. Most essential learning competency. The learners should be able to account for the occurrence of land and sea breezes, monsoons, and intertropical convergence zone. Which do you think warms faster, land or water? Right, land warms faster. How about which cools faster, land or water? Correct, it is still land. Specific heat capacity is the amount of heat needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram of a substance by 1 degree Celsius. Substance with low specific heat capacity heats up faster, while a substance with high specific heat capacity heats up slowly. Land warms and cools down faster because it has a low specific heat capacity. It doesn't need much energy from the sun to warm it up. Now observe what happens when air is heated. As we can see, warm air rises. To explain this, let's discuss density. Density refers to how tightly packed the molecules are in an object. In the diagrams below, which shows a tightly packed arrangement of molecules? Yes, the first diagram shows the tightest arrangement, making it the densest among the three. Now, why does warm air rise? When air is heated, its molecules gain enough energy to move around faster and spread out. When a mass of air takes up more space, it becomes less dense than the surrounding air molecules. Is the surrounding air affected by the rising air? The rising warm air creates a low pressure as air particles leave the surface, pulling the cool air to replace the rising air. As the cool air sinks, it creates a high pressure at the surface. Air that moves from places of high pressure to low pressure makes wind. As we learned in the past, convection is a type of heat transfer where warm fluids go up and cool fluids go down, creating a current due to differences in temperature and density. Now that we are familiar with the behavior of heated air and surrounding air, let us now explore different atmospheric phenomena. The first on our list is breeze. It is wind or current of air. It has two types, land breeze and sea breeze. Sea breeze happens during daytime. During this time, air moves from the sea to the land. Cooler air above the surface of the sea moves toward the land to replace the rising air. On the other hand, land breeze happens during nighttime. During this time, air moves from the land to the sea. Cooler air above the surface of the land moves toward the sea to replace the rising air. Do you understand the difference between the two? Nice! Let's move on to monsoon. Monsoon is a major wind system characterized by seasonal change in the direction of prevailing winds. It occurs due to difference in temperature of the surface. Monsoons are also influenced by Coriolis effect. It occurs due to Earth's rotation. What happens is in the northern hemisphere, winds are deflected to the right. On the other hand, in the southern hemisphere, winds are deflected to the left. There are two kinds of monsoons experienced in the country, the northeast monsoon and the southwest monsoon. The northeast monsoon, locally known as amihan in the Philippines, affects the eastern parts of the country from October to March. This is brought by the cold air mass that comes from Siberia and gathers moisture as it travels over the Pacific Ocean. Amihan is characterized by slight to moderate rainfall and prevailing cold winds. On the other hand, the southwest monsoon, or habagat, affects the western part of the country from July to September. It is brought about by the cool air from the high-pressure area in the Australian continent absorbing moisture by passing over the warm equatorial oceans. It is characterized by heavy rainfall. Can you now differentiate the two types of monsoons hitting our country? Now we can better understand weather reports in televisions. Hooray! Finally, let us explore Intertropical Convergence Zone. ITCZ appears as a band of clouds consisting of showers with occasional thunderstorms that encircles the globe near the equator. We always hear about it in weather reports. It is the place where winds in the tropics meet or converge. It is where monsoons occur. Monsoons can bring moderate to occasional heavy rains which can cause flood in our country. It is vital to be prepared and know the evacuation sites in your areas. Moving on, let us now check if you really understand the lesson. Let us evaluate your learning. It's evaluation time! Can you differentiate sea breeze from land breeze? Good job! Sea breeze happens during daytime when air moves from sea to land, while land breeze happens during nighttime where air moves from land to sea. How about amihan and habagat? What are the differences between the two kinds of monsoons? Nice! The northeast monsoon, locally known as amihan, affects the eastern parts of the country from October to March. It is brought by the cold air mass that comes from Siberia and is characterized by slight to moderate rainfall. On the other hand, the southwest monsoon or habagat affects the western part of the country from July to September. It is brought about by cool air from the high-pressure Australian continent and is characterized by heavy rainfall. Lastly, what do you call this place where winds in the tropics meet or converge? Fantastic! It is the Intertropical Convergence Zone. You are all amazing! And that's all for our lesson today about the different atmospheric phenomena. I hope you are able to account for the occurrence of land and sea breezes, monsoons, and intertropical convergence zone. Thank you for watching this amazing episode. See you again next time. Bye!